Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. For this week's Patreon cast, for those of you who follow me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin and pledge at least $1 a month, we've got Astrea versus Scarlett from Dreamhack Summer on Jagannatha. Top right, we have a red Protoss player. It is Astrea, the American, also known as Max Angel. And in the bottom left, it is a blue Zerg player, Scarlett, the Canadian. She's not red today. I've always wondered if maybe she requests the red color in these matches, but apparently not, because I don't know that Astrea would have a problem with it, but maybe he does. So hatch block in here is Astrea, a very annoying thing that Protoss players like to do and have done for a very long time. Scarlett just instantly says, fine, I'm gonna head over here, just take my natural base at my third base location. Planning on doing that anyway, just getting a third base pretty quickly, so taking it here doesn't do much to slow me down, but Protoss like to get every little tiny advantage they can, especially in this matchup, and they do. So, the question is going to be how this is going to go between these two players. I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. I know Scarlett has better tournament history, right, than Astrea does, but Astrea's done fairly well qualifying for GSL and getting some good matches out there, and it feels like he's on the up, and Scarlett is just kind of hanging out where she is right now in the current hierarchy of what StarCraft 2 is all about. So, one gate expand here from Astrea. Nothing crazy from him, not going for a one-base style play, which I don't know how many times. I'm trying to think the last time I saw a Protoss go for a one-base play. Outside of cannon rushing, right? Which, sure, that counts as one base, but it's not really one base, right? Where you make, 3 or 4 or 5 gates and you show up with a ton of units and you try to kill your opponent. It's just that's the meta. That meta has just fallen out of style. Just getting 2 bases is, you can be super aggressive on 2 base and have an economy behind it, rather than being aggressive on 1 base anymore, especially against Zerg, who goes to hatch first. So, Protoss really has no reason to go for those 1 base attacks anymore. 2 sets of Lings on the way for Scarlett. Couple Queens there, too. Not going for the fast third, not going for the sub 2-minute third base, but instead getting the Queens out quickly, getting speed started. And now we're going to see the third hatch as soon as she has the requisite 300 minerals. Everything is very standard for Astrea over here, getting Warp Gate, getting an Adept out. Everything's cool. Probe checking to see saturation levels on the second base. Probably wants to stick around to see if the third base comes down as well, and there it is. 300, bam, great timing there from Scarlett. For the probe, I wonder if the probe's going to head back around, or probably just heading home. The threat of the Adept. Right? Scarlett knows the Adept is out, and the threat of the Adept is real. Losing those early Lings stinks, and there we go. We just swing back around with the probe, we check what's going on at that natural base location. Is there a hatch coming up or not? It's a Stargate opening for Astrea, and this is a really long rush distance map, so going for a Queen Walk, not super viable on this map, I don't think. But maybe going for German Taxi could be something we'd see out of Scarlett. She's done that in the past. There is an Oracle on the way. The Oracle's name is Martha. Why did you say that name? That's right. That's right. We're going back to Batman versus Superman in here. This is the new Suicide Squad? The new Suicide Squad movie. Oh, whoa! Whoa! We're drone drilling on 3 bases. What is this? Ah! Drone drill, mineral walking through, gonna try to kill this Adept real fast, and therefore the Lings get in, but there's an Oracle. Oracle Martha is here to kill as many Lings as she can. I don't know. The Speedlings are in the house. There's a drone here too. Blah, 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 blah. Drones are dying all over the place. Sure, drones are dying. Probes are dying faster though. Oh my gosh, having a Stalker out. Oh, shield battery canceled. Is that it? Is there coming back from this? A second Oracle pops out to try to help. But man, Lings are running back and forth here. The Oracles aren't getting amazing, super amazing connections. I mean, sure, 10 kills and 9 kills are a lot of kills, but Lings keep cruising in. 21 probes have died. And I think the economic advantage here for Scarlett is just too high. Look at this Adept. She's just swing, swing, swing. 31 probes have died. Astrea really should have thrown up a second wall there when the drone drill. And Scarlett wins game 1 of our sneaky twofer. Holy smokes, really fast game one there. I don't know that I've ever seen a Zerg player throw down that third hatch and then go for the drone drill. It's usually on 2 base, but, you know, it worked. Astrea didn't see it coming, had no intelligence that told him that it was coming. I don't mean to say that he's dumb. I just mean he didn't have any information, right? The information that it was on the way. He couldn't throw up that second wall before the drones got in, and then just didn't react fast enough to go wall here and keep those drones contained in this area. That's one way you can do this. Not that it's easy. Not that it's easy, but it's one way you can do it. So GG. Scarlett takes game 1 of the sneaky twofer. We're going to move into game number 2 here in just a second. Wow, that was fast. Game 2 of the sneaky twofer for the Patreon cast of the week is going to be between Astrea and Scarlett again here on Oxide. Bottom left Zerg, top right Protoss. So what I was going to say before the drone drill started was the new Suicide movie is being directed and has been directed by James Gunn, who is responsible for Guardians of the Galaxy and, as far as I can tell, responsible for the success of those movies. And the trailer looks good, so maybe this Suicide Squad movie will be better than the first one, which has fingerprints of studio interference all over it. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna see it, but if it gets enough buzz, then maybe I will. Anywho, blocking the hatch. Scarlett juking. Too smart. Too smart for that is Astrea. And bam, throwing it down at the third base location. See? There's no disadvantage to getting your hatch blocked. Just drone drill. After 3 bases, the Protoss will not expect it. That's apparently how this works if you're Astrea. Anyway. Man, goodness gracious. So, Structure Pool coming in. Astrea not going for a Forge or Cybernetics Core before Expand at this stage. He just has way too much money for that. He's going to go for the expansion. And here it is. It seems a little bit late, honestly. 75, 80 minerals in the bank before that gets tossed down. It's all cool. Everything's fine, though. Not super duper ultra perfect timing optimized, but you don't have to do that to win games of StarCraft 2, that's for sure. So yeah, I like Astrea. Again, he's an American, so I respect any young up-and-coming American player and hope they can represent my country well in premier tournaments and things like GSL. And I guess GSL technically counts as a premier tournament, doesn't it? Yeah, it'd be nice. Maybe one day the country that created StarCraft can have, you know, a world champion in it. That'd be great. La, 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 la. But, you know, Europe stole our thunder after Korea took it many, many years ago. See if Astrea keeps an eye on this third, but once again, if your Zerg player takes a third and then goes for a Ling drone drill anyway? So crazy. Scarlett, I like it. I like the aggressiveness. I like the craziness. And even oracles won't save your butt. 2 oracles weren't enough to save the day there. You'd think Adept Oracle would be a great way to go, but perhaps not. Perhaps not indeed. Alright, so like I said, Stargate coming in. Martha. Adept scouting in, see what's going on. The answer is some decent saturation, but no gas taken yet. And it's another Oracle coming in. Alright. So this Oracle's name is Rosie the Robot from the Jetsons. If you remember the Jetsons, it was a futuristic look at the year, like, I don't know, 2020 or something, from back in the 50s and 60s. Boy, they thought we'd be living in, like, cities above the clouds, and we'd have flying cars, and automatic sentient robots would be our maids. They sure thought all these things, and none of those things have happened. What a disappointment. What a disappointing future we are. Alright, so double Oracle coming in here. Rosie the Robot and a friend is going to try to join the party. Third base Getting harassed a little bit, but 2 Adepts enough to shove away that number of Zerglings. Queens stabbing away here, and ooh, forced to make a Spore. Yeah, about 3:30 is that Spore timing. There's a Spore here, so that's nice. And 2 Queens. That's a get out of here maneuver. Get on out. Where's your second one? Hanging out up here for base defense, I guess. Maybe we're worried about drone drilling. Doom, 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 doom. Creep spread pushing. Creep spread doing its thing. Can the Adepts kill the creep spread before it gets too far? Revelation on the creep spread would be good, but that's energy you can't use to murder drones either. We do have a Twilight Council coming in here, and a Forge from Astrea. So Adepts in the natural base, and Oracle's in the main base, and Adepts not doing a lot. Oracle's not diving in. Come on, Astrea, I gotta time this better. Ow, ow, Spore hit, Spore hit. Queen hit, Queen hit. 3 drones down, a couple Adepts died. Not the best harassment I've ever seen out of a Protoss here, but maybe enough. Maybe enough to slow down Scarlett a tiny bit. Her macro is insanely good, which again, all great players have insanely good macro, yeah? So this is where these Lings aren't going to be able to do this. Because, yeah, you got Force Fields, you got Zealots. Okay, a couple probes are dying here, but also a lot of Ling blood splashed out here as well. Oh my gosh, the Queens walked and killed an Oracle. Are we Queen? We're walking. We're walking the Queens, ladies and gentlemen. So this is an attempt to punish the fast third for Protoss, right? This did not used to happen back in the day. It's a fairly recent development, getting this fast third base and just basically saying, you can't kill this if I go Sky Toss units. But you know what? Queen walking can do it. Oh, hang on. Are we back? We came back. Never mind. The Queen walking is not happening. The Queens went off creep specifically to kill that Oracle. Rosie the robot. Stasis catches a couple drones. Could be worse, could be better. Is that 3? That's 2, but we only have... That means we only have 2 on the extractor there. That's not great. Okay, so Scarlett's choice is here to get a 4th base, and that's what she's doing, or try to kill the 3rd. And for now, looks like we're going for a fairly standard ZVP after the super fast drone drill that was game number 1. Roaches in production. Are they safety roaches, or are they going to be more? Good question. We are getting glial reconstitution. We're getting a +1 missile attack. Oracle throwing down revelation on stuff. And the Queen DPS is so good. Okay, Oracle knows a safe place to run to and does. And 4th base at sub 7. Astrea really, really going for the macro here, which can be strong. Can be strong. Robotics Bay warping in, probably for, I'm going to say, disruptors. Obviously, you know, could be Colossus, though, if you're into that sort of thing. Ooh, 18, okay. 18 roaches. I guess this is more a response to what Astrea is doing out here with these Zealots and Archons and Sentries. Creeps getting receded back a bit, and okay, Growth Ravager attack on this 4th. Is the army in a position to come back and save it? Sure seems like maybe not. This is a good number of roaches. Yeah, they can basically one-shot Zealots here. They don't want to engage with that. That's a lot. That is a lot of roaches. Swarm hosts. Swarm hosts in production. That 4th base gets canceled by this Roach Ravager stuff. And yeah, Roach Ravager's a great answer to Zealot Archon. Beautiful decision here from Scarlett, but she's not going pure Roach Ravager. No. Oh, the Zealots, not only do they kill 3 drones, they also end up scouting the Swarm hosts. That's a beautiful scout. Oh, Crocibile taking down a Roach here. They scout the Swarm hosts. Disruptors in production to try to deal with these Swarm host locusts as well as they can. Scarlett brought some Queens up. Transfuse. Transfuse your roaches. Use it for healing purposes. There's nothing else your energy can be used for here. Why are you not transfusing? There's a transfuse. Alright, so these Queens get left behind to die. And everyone else who is fast, man, is able to escape back home onto the creep. Okay, so Swarm Host, Hive on the way. Do we actually have a Nidus? Oh, we don't. We do now. It's on the way now. So this is somewhat Swarm Host Nidus, but also we've got a nice Roach Ravager army here. Disruptor dodged quite ably, but guess what? The Locusts are going to try to snipe down, well, the cannon, and then individual probes. 4 probes die, cannon dies, 5 probes die. Ah! What? How did you get in here? The front door was just open. Oh no, Astrea's worried about the Locust, which is fair, but you can't just leave the front door super wide open like this. And Scarlett takes the invitation. Oh my gosh, are all of these probes dead? Are all of these probes dead? They're hiding on this assimilator as well as they can. Without splash damage, you can't kill these super fast, and that's an evacuation. The recall home does save a few of these probes, but that's 16 probes down. Oh my gosh, Roach Ling attacking on in here. The Locusts are back so soon. They are so soon to be, and they're back. This might just be it, ladies and gentlemen. Astrea is beset upon all sides. That third base is toast, if nothing else. Shield batteries getting focused down and then turning their attention to the Nexus. Lings and Locusts working together. Third Nexus down, 4th base doesn't exist. So many probes have died, and what a very creative strategy out of Scarlett again. Roach Ravager, Ling Swarm Host. Astrea holding on to the hopes that maybe this 4th base in the top left is going to be a sanctuary for him and allow him to get back into this game, but he's down 10 workers. The income tab looks like this, because of course it does. And Locusts are just going to launch into the main now. The timing here is great, too. If you can time it to where you're launching as soon as that cooldown comes up, you're using Swarm Host to the best of your ability. Okay, alright, hang on. Zealot attack, warping inside the main base. A million Zerglings show up with some Roach support, though. So that's not great. More probes are dying! More probes are dying! Okay, we're down to 36 workers, and the main Nexus survives with 130 HP. That was close. And Astrea, oh my gosh, hold on to your hats. A last-ditch effort by Astrea. Can he win this with some good disruptor hits? The answer is maybe. Okay, alright. A Roach dies there. The Stalkers are doing great against the Roaches, and pretty good against the Ravagers here too. Army value is even right now, which does not bode well for the Zerg player. Locust coming down. Oh no, the Disruptors! The Disruptors couldn't get out of there, abducting them back into the Disruptor hits, or into the Locust hits. Oh no, without the Disruptors, I don't think this can be done for Astrea. I'm looking at it. I mean, sure, this is nice. We're killing some drones. This Immortal's got 15 kills. That's fantastic. Dude, this, oh my gosh, the Zealots and actually took care of the main. Oh, the Hive died. What is going on here? And oh! Astrea. What a fantastic win for the American Protoss. He was down to, okay, technically 3 bases. Was he mining from? He was mining from this. That is the risk of going Swarm Host. That is the risk of going Swarm Host, is that your opponent says, screw this, I'm bringing my whole army across the map and killing you because Swarm Hosts are terrible at base defense. The warping in the main base got it started. The attack right up this front door got it started too. More attacks into the third, and then having this third base, forcing Scarlett's attention to come back home and deal with this instead of killing this. He took that from a lost game to a won game in about 2 minutes. That's amazing. That was super impressive by him. I like this dude. I really, really like Astrea. Yeah, are you with me on that? Like, let me know in the comments if you thought Astrea was going to win that game number 2. Because, insane. I mean, great Protoss play and a tough situation to get a win from. So, well done, Astrea. Scarlett did everything right, except Swarm Hosts are bad at base defense. I think she maybe got a little bit too cocky. But at the end of the day, the win goes to the Protoss. We tie it up for a sneaky twofer, and that's it. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.